purpose of the video that we're trying to show you today is we wanted to find out from members of the community in and around where our Cape Town office is situated. What do they know about the HSRC and what we do? And the idea then was also to ask staff inside our building and asking them specifically what do we do. Obviously they work here, so we wanted to know what do we do. And the idea was to look at the two sets of answers and to begin to look at, do people really know what we do? And if not, there's certain things that we need to do as a communication unit. So hopefully when you look at this and when we package it, you would find that there is a greater need to do more work in marketing the HSRC. For us to do that, it means we need a little bit more money so that we can begin to speak to people where they live in the locations, townships, the urban settings, office buildings, in and around Cape Town. People need to know what we do, and it's very clear hopefully from the exercise that we do, you will also see this and help us to create information that people can make use of. Have you ever heard of the HSRC?
I don't know it.
You don't know? If you could take a wild guess what we do, what would you say?
Maybe the research about the human, something like that.
Okay. We wanted to just check with you what you know of the HSRC.
Not actually much, sir.
Okay. What do you know about the HSRC?
Not much.
Have you ever heard about the HSRC? HSRC.
No.
Have you ever heard of a company called the HSRC?
I've heard of a lot of abbreviations.
Yes. Okay, so let me explain. You can see over there.
I read there, Human
Sciences Research Company. So if I ask you that, what do you think we do?
It sounds vaguely medical,
Medical, yes.
but besides that, I don't know.
Okay.
We are a government parastatal that does research to influence policy, and what we try to focus at the moment is to concentrate on the alleviation of policy of poverty and inequality in the country. And the reason why we're here and the reason why we exist also is to do research in major areas that affect the country as a whole.
At the HSRC, we are an organization doing research on critical matters. The results of our research feeds into Parliament. We are sponsored by the Department of Science and Technology. We receive funding.
I thought that the HSRC is a big deal, like everybody knows about it. Because at university it's very common for people to know the HSRC or the work of the HSRC, and it being a research institution, but the general public don't know. So if I would wear this tag, for example, and they would see the name or the logo and they would ask me what is the HSRC, and I would be flabbergasted, like how do you not know the HSRC?
We engage in research focusing on people, things that people do. And it could be in any setting, ranging from government to schools or universities. And on the other extreme, we deal with public health issues.
Now, having seen the video, you will agree with us that there is a need to do a lot more marketing, a lot more taking our impacts, the results of our studies, taking it back to the community. It's very clear from some of the people we spoke to that they didn't know who we were, they were confused. They thought we're just doing stuff around medical stuff. Some lady said we're doing stuff on medical diagnostics, etc. So it's very clear that there's a greater need to begin to tell the story of the HSRC over the next couple of years. It is vital that we don't just make use of traditional media, which is your websites and your social media and the newspaper advertising, but more going back to communities and taking our research data to the communities. And the work that we are about to start with in VIA in terms of the impact will help get people to understand what we do. In terms of internally, I mean, we've heard most of the people, whether they were interns or people here for more than 20 years, 5 years, 6 years, they have a fairly balanced idea what we do with the HSRC. So we were quite happy with that. But also some of their experiences when they were traveling in public transport, they found that people didn't even know who we were. So they were concerned about this. It's something that we need to look into. One lady said that she was wearing a HSRC tag, a lanyard, and people didn't know who we were. And she found it funny because she comes from a university background, where she studied at the University of Stellenbosch. People knew who the HSRC was, so she was quite surprised and quite shocked, and rightly so. So it's up to us to make sure that people traveling on trains and buses, at clinics, they know who we are, and hopefully you will help us achieve that.